It's recording right now,
Basically, I'm
but it's so
reading
fun.
from the book of telling a story of the wicked city. It's from the Genesis 18 and 25, Lot and his daughters. There are some questions that I want to bring to your attention first before I start reading it, so that as I read, you can answer along the way. Where did Lot finally go to live? Who came to visit Abram? What message did they bring? But how many good people did the Lord agree to save in Sodom? Could they be found? Were the people of Sodom friendly to the strangers? How did God destroy the city? And the Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their team. And 26. When Abram gave Lot his choice of the land for his flocks, Lot thought that he had done well to choose the land near the Jordan. Here the fields were greener and the waters were plentiful. But beyond the fields and the river lay two great cities, Sodom and Gomorrah. And the people of these cities were very wicked indeed. As Lot's cattle ate the grasses on one field, and he moved them onto another, he found himself moving closer and closer to Sodom, until finally he is living right among the evil people of that city. Lot tried to do better than the other people in Sodom, but it was hard to keep them from getting into trouble. Once, when some foreign king captured the king of Sodom, Lot was taken as a prisoner, right along with the others in the city. His uncle, Abram, had together some men and come and rescue him. You might have think that they would have taught Lot a lesson, but it didn't seem to do so. He went right back to go live in Sodom. While Lot was living in Sodom, Adam continued to live in his tent home under the oak trees in Hebron, away from wicked people. It was easy for him to obey God and to worship him with sacrifices upon the altar. One day, when Abram was sitting at the door of his tent, about noon, three strange men suddenly appeared before him. Now Abram had never seen these men before and did not know who they were. But he hurried to do what he could do for them. He bowed low before them and asked them to stay a while with him. He offered them some water and to wash themselves and a place to rest. And he told Sarah to prepare some food for them. After they had cleaned up and rested, he served the strangers a wonderful meal and meat and cheese and tender cakes that Sarah had made. After they had eaten, one of the men began to speak to Abram about the blessings of God promised him. You see, the stranger was the Lord himself. He told Abram that his promised son was going to be born soon, and he had some sad news for Abram too. He was on his way to Sodom and Gomorrah to see just how wicked and sinful the cities were. If it was true that they were as bad as they had said they were to be, he was going to have to punish them. Abram grew worried about his nephew Lot. Are you going to destroy the good around with the bad? He asked. Would you save the city if there were 50 good people in all? The Lord agreed to save the city if 50 good people could be found there. But Abram must have known that not even people in Sodom were going to try to do right. So he made another bargain with the Lord. I know I'm not worthy to suggest it, but if 50 could not be found, could you save it for 40? Again, the Lord agreed. Suppose there were just 40 or 30 or 10. At last, agreed to save the city if only 10 good people could be found there. Now, the two men that had visited Abram along with the Lord had gone ahead to Sodom. Lot was sitting in the important place at the gate of the city where he saw the men approaching. Like Abram, he bowed before the unusual strangers and asked that they stay in his house that night. No, the men replied. We will sleep right here in the streets. But I was afraid of them to stay outside where the wicked people of the city could find them. At last, he persuaded them to come home with him. After they had eaten supper and were getting ready for bed, there came a banging on the door and the sounds of a crowd in the streets. Someone outside called to Lot, "Who are the strangers? They came to you today. Send them out here to us." It was the wicked men of Sodom, and they had come to hurt the men from God. Lot stepped outside the door and closed it behind him. He begged the men not to harm his guests, but the men pushed Lot aside and began trying to break the door down. Suddenly, the visitors opened the door and drew Lot inside. Then they caused the wicked men of the city to become blind, so they wandered away, not knowing where they were going. Then the men told Lot that the Lord kissed your daughters to leave with them. But they just laughed at it and made fun of him. Toward morning, the angels told Lot to leave behind the son-in-law, but they went away. Still Lot lingered in the city until finally the men had to leave him outside the city gates. They were urging Lot, run for your life. Do not stop. Do not look back for nothing, nobody, not anything. And Lot and his family hurried to a nearby city. The Lord rained fire out of heaven and destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. But Lot's wife could not resist. And she turned and looked back. What she did, she turned into a pillar of salt. And that's really the conclusion of the story that I'm reading from the wicked city. And it's a lot of discernment that comes with this story. And basically, for me to sum it up, is that you can't get into the boxing match with Satan and expect to win. You can go in there with your full armor on, and without getting in the boxing match ring, and you still have a struggle to let the Lord fight your battles and listen to that still small voice. You have to move the mountain or allow God to move you. And the negatives will always take over the positive. See, the negative, they're going to stick together. See, Satan is really organized. Man, Satan does not like he tempted Jesus in the book of Matthew. He's really tempted us just like he tempted him. We're dealing with his flesh and God knows it. God says, I know that you're not going to be able to come against me. I already know the plot that hell against you. I command you to leave. I command you to go right now and don't take no one with you but the obedience I have told you to do now. So he did obey eventually. It took him 2 or 3 times to say it, but he's mad. Unfortunately, his wife looked back. That was the disobedience in it. That was the punishment. She turned into a pillar of salt. Now, because of her disobedience, how is God going to bless the family? Where is the man and the woman? As time goes on, you will find out that how it took more disobedience to continue their family life, which is something that now today, and God had to cut that from people having families within their family, because of disobedience. But because of Adam's disobedience, we know better, so we must do better. Amen. And yes, we do complain about the fact that we're just using 7% of our brain capacity. But with the technology today that God has blessed us with, we can become the entrepreneurs that God wants us to be. With using the Bible, using His principles, and His, being obedient to Him. With the right people in your life and the one people out of your life. And if you want to go to these cities, you have to go with your full armor on. You go to Reno, Nevada, and you want to go to those bars because you want to preach God's word to them. You want them to know, going in and coming out, we are God's people. We came here to save your soul. Your party, in the book of Romans, it is written, you belong to God. Satan is going to use you till he uses you up. God will leave you with a legacy. So you have to be obedient to get his blessings. Because it's ours right here on earth. And God put it all inside of us. Your race doesn't matter. Your gender doesn't matter. Your handicap does not matter. Nor is your social income. Because God can bless you with it all. And he knows all of these things when he placed your mother and your father together. So I just want to inform everyone about the wickedness of this world that we're in. But we do not have to be of the wickedness. We have a choice, and that is God.
Amen.
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 Amen. All right. There you go, Sister Monica. I think you're about to go down.
Thank you.